The world of hypercars has always been built on mystery, luxury, and the promise of owning something that almost nobody else can experience. For years, Bugatti stood at the very top of that world. The brand became famous for creating some of the fastest and most expensive cars ever made. People did not just buy a Bugatti because it was quick. They bought it because the company made buyers feel like they were entering a private club filled with rare engineering, hand-built craftsmanship, and unmatched exclusivity. When someone spends $3 or $4 million on a car, they expect every part of that machine to feel special. Buyers imagine every component being custom-made, rare, and impossible to find anywhere else. That image helped Bugatti justify massive prices, huge repair costs, and expensive maintenance services. But recently, that image started to crack after automotive YouTuber Mat Armstrong began rebuilding damaged Bugattis on his channel. While taking apart these cars and fixing them piece by piece, he found something that shocked many viewers. Some parts inside the world's most expensive hypercars appeared to come directly from regular Volkswagen Group vehicles. Since Bugatti has long been connected to the Volkswagen Group, the discovery itself was not completely impossible. However, many viewers were surprised by how ordinary some parts seemed compared to the massive prices attached to the Bugatti name. Suddenly, people began asking uncomfortable questions. If a multi-million-dollar Bugatti shares parts with much cheaper cars, what exactly are wealthy buyers paying for? Is the price really about engineering, or is it mostly about branding and exclusivity? Those questions quickly spread across social media, automotive forums, and YouTube comment sections. Even people who were not interested in hypercars became curious about the story because it touched on something much bigger than cars. It became a discussion about luxury itself and whether expensive brands truly deliver something unique or simply sell the feeling of exclusivity at a massive markup. One reason this story became so popular is because Bugatti ownership has always sounded almost unbelievable to normal people. The company's maintenance prices are so high that they feel disconnected from reality. A simple oil change on a Bugatti can reportedly cost around $25,000. That number alone is enough to buy a brand new economy car that could serve a family for years. Replacement tires for a Bugatti Veyron can cost tens of thousands of dollars, and some reports claim that changing wheels and tires together can reach prices that look more like the cost of a house deposit than normal vehicle maintenance. A replacement key fob may cost over $10,000, while some headlights can cost as much as an entire used car. To most people, those prices seem impossible to understand. However, Bugatti owners usually accepted them because they believed they were paying for highly specialized engineering. The idea was simple. If the world's fastest and most advanced hypercars use extremely rare components built only for those cars, then naturally the repair costs would also be very high. That logic helped wealthy buyers feel comfortable spending huge amounts of money on maintenance. But when Mat Armstrong started finding parts connected to mainstream Volkswagen Group vehicles, people began questioning whether those repair prices were truly justified. The biggest shock came when Armstrong discovered what appeared to be an Audi airbag module inside a Bugatti Chiron. After checking the part number, he found that it matched an airbag used in the Audi A3. He later tested another airbag unit, and according to the video, it fit perfectly into the Chiron. For many viewers, this became the moment when the entire image around Bugatti started to feel different. Suddenly, expensive maintenance no longer looked like the cost of maintaining rare engineering. Instead, some viewers started seeing it as luxury branding mixed with normal automotive parts. Whether that conclusion is completely fair or not, the emotional impact was massive. It changed the conversation from admiration to skepticism almost overnight. The reason the airbag discovery created such a strong reaction is because luxury buyers often care more about exclusivity than practicality. A person buying a Toyota Corolla usually wants reliability, fuel economy, and affordable maintenance. A person buying a Bugatti wants something very different. They want to feel like they own a machine built beyond ordinary limits. Every detail matters because the experience itself is part of the value. That is why many viewers saw the Audi airbag discovery as symbolic rather than simply technical. To engineers, shared parts across different vehicles may not be surprising at all. Large automotive groups regularly share technology, electronics, switches, and safety systems between brands because it saves money and improves reliability. Many luxury brands do this. Lamborghini shares parts with Audi. Bentley shares technology with Volkswagen. Rolls-Royce uses BMW systems. Even supercars costing hundreds of thousands of dollars may contain buttons or electronics from cheaper vehicles. In the automotive industry, this is actually common practice. However, Bugatti exists in a different category from normal luxury brands. It markets itself as the absolute peak of automotive engineering. Because of that image, viewers expected every part to feel unique and impossible to compare with normal vehicles. When Armstrong's videos showed otherwise, people reacted emotionally. Some viewers felt the company had been hiding the truth, while others argued that shared parts do not reduce the incredible engineering behind the car itself. After all, a Bugatti Chiron still produces extreme performance numbers that very few cars can match. Its speed, aerodynamics, and engine design remain engineering achievements regardless of where some interior or safety parts come from. Still, the emotional damage was already done because luxury products depend heavily on perception. Once people begin questioning the story behind the brand, the sense of exclusivity becomes weaker. That is why the situation became much larger than a simple discussion about airbags or part numbers. It became a debate about whether luxury brands sell engineering, craftsmanship, or simply the feeling of status. In many ways, that question matters more to buyers than the actual parts themselves. Another major reason the story spread so quickly was because Mat Armstrong's video showed something many people rarely see. Instead of looking at polished showroom Bugattis, viewers watched damaged and broken hypercars being repaired step by step in regular workshops. That completely changed the way people viewed these vehicles. Normally, Bugatti presents its cars almost like pieces of art. The company focuses on beauty, speed, and exclusivity. Armstrong's videos remove that mystery by showing bolts, wires, airbag, electronics, and damaged frames up close. For many viewers, it was the first time Bugatti felt like a real machine rather than an untouchable luxury object. One of the biggest moments came when Armstrong repaired a Bugatti problem that appeared far less complicated than expected. In one video, a gearbox issue that sounded extremely serious was reportedly connected to a small fuse problem. That created another wave of reactions online because viewers started comparing the low repair costs with Bugatti's extremely expensive official repair policies. People began wondering whether some hypercar maintenance prices are truly connected to engineering difficulty, or whether they mainly exist because wealthy owners are willing to pay almost anything. At the same time, many experienced mechanics defended Bugatti by explaining that official repair centers must follow strict rules, safety standards, and liability requirements. A luxury manufacturer cannot always risk repairing certain components in unofficial ways, especially on vehicles capable of extremely high speeds. From that point of view, expensive replacement policies may partly exist to protect the company and ensure safety. Still, the videos changed public perception because they showed ordinary mechanics successfully repairing problems that were presented as highly specialized. Viewers love stories where independent builders outperform massive corporations, so Armstrong's channel naturally created excitement. His videos combine luxury, mystery, engineering, and underdog storytelling into one package that made the content extremely entertaining, even for people who do not normally care about hypercars. In many ways, the success of the story says just as much about internet culture as it does about Bugatti itself. Despite the criticism, it is important to understand why hypercars like Bugatti still cost millions of dollars even if they share some parts with cheaper vehicles. The answer is much more complicated than simply saying the cars are overpriced. Building a hypercar is incredibly expensive because production numbers are extremely small. Unlike Toyota or Honda, Bugatti cannot spread research and development costs across millions of vehicles. The company may build only a few hundred cars, yet each vehicle must meet strict safety standards, while also delivering performance levels that push engineering limits. Developing engines capable of producing huge amounts of power while remaining reliable is not cheap. Designing cars that can safely travel at speeds above 250 miles per hour requires enormous testing, advanced materials, and specialized manufacturing. Carbon fiber construction, aerodynamic research, cooling systems, suspension tuning, and handcrafted interiors all add massive costs. Even transporting and servicing these cars requires highly trained technicians and special equipment. wealthy buyers are also paying for rarity. A Bugatti is not just transportation. It is a status symbol similar to a rare watch, a private jet, or a piece of expensive art. Part of the price comes from knowing very few people in the world can own one. That emotional value is difficult to measure because luxury products are not priced only according to material costs. A designer handbag may cost far less to manufacture than its retail price, but buyers still pay because the brand carries prestige. The same idea applies to hypercars. Shared components do not automatically remove the engineering achievement behind the finished product. In fact, using proven Volkswagen Group parts may improve reliability and reduce development risks. Many experts argue that reusing safe and tested systems like airbags or electronics is actually the smart engineering choice rather than designing every tiny part from zero. However, while that explanation makes sense technically, it does not completely solve the emotional problem created by the videos. Luxury buyers often want to believe every detail of their expensive product is unique, even if that expectation is unrealistic. The internet reaction to Bugatti's story also reveals how modern audiences view extreme wealth and luxury brands. Many viewers enjoyed the story because it seemed to expose rich people paying huge amounts of money for something less special than advertised. Online audiences are naturally attracted to stories where expensive products are revealed to share similarities with ordinary items. It creates a feeling that luxury buyers may have been fooled by branding and marketing. That emotional reaction becomes even stronger during difficult economic times when normal people struggle with rising prices and living costs. Watching millionaires discover that their hypercars contain parts from regular cars feels satisfying to some viewers because it challenges the idea that expensive products are always better. At the same time, many automotive enthusiasts push back against the criticism because they believe the internet was oversimplifying the issue. They argued that no serious car expert should be shocked that Bugatti shares components with other Volkswagen Group vehicles. According to that view, the true value of Bugatti comes from the overall engineering package rather than individual parts. A Chiron is not special because of one airbag or one fuse. It is special because of how everything works together to create one of the fastest production cars in history. That argument is reasonable, yet emotional storytelling usually spreads faster online than balanced technical explanations. Videos claiming that the illusion is shattered naturally attract more attention than calm discussions about manufacturing economics. Social media rewards dramatic narratives because strong emotions increase comments, shares, and watch time. That is why the Bugatti story exploded so quickly. It combined luxury, controversy, engineering, and internet culture into one highly emotional conversation. Even people with little automotive knowledge could understand the basic idea immediately. $1,000,000 car, Volkswagen parts, massive maintenance costs. Those simple contrasts made the story easy to share and discuss across the internet. Another interesting part of this controversy is how it changed the image of automotive influencers and independent mechanics. For years, large luxury brands controlled the public narrative around their products. Companies carefully managed what people saw through advertisements, launch events, and official press coverage. But YouTube creators like Mat Armstrong changed that balance by showing real-world repairs and behind-the-scenes details directly to millions of viewers. Instead of hearing polished marketing language, audiences watched actual mechanics take apart hypercars piece by piece. That transparency created trust because viewers felt they were seeing the truth rather than a carefully designed image. Armstrong's style also helped the story spread because he presents complex automotive work in simple language that average viewers can understand. He combines entertainment with technical discovery, making even expensive hypercars feel relatable. In many ways, the Bugatti controversy represents a larger shift happening across many industries. Modern consumers increasingly trust independent creators more than corporate marketing. Whether discussing cars, technology, fashion, or luxury goods, people now look for behind-the-scenes information before believing official claims. That creates new challenges for luxury brands because maintaining mystery becomes harder when creators can publicly examine products in detail. At the same time, internet audiences sometimes treat influencers as completely objective truth-tellers, even when their content is also designed for entertainment and engagement. Dramatic storytelling attracts views, and creators naturally emphasize shocking discoveries because excitement keeps audiences watching. That does not mean the discoveries are fake, but it does mean viewers should remember that online content often focuses on emotional impact. The Bugatti videos succeeded partly because they created a powerful narrative of hidden truth being exposed. Audiences love stories where ordinary mechanics uncover secrets inside products meant only for the ultra-rich. It feels rebellious and satisfying. That emotional appeal helped transform a technical automotive discussion into a viral internet event followed by millions of viewers around the world. In the end, the Bugatti controversy raises a simple but fascinating question. What are people really paying for when they buy luxury products? Some viewers now believe Bugatti owners overpaid for cars filled with ordinary Volkswagen Group parts hidden behind a famous badge. Others believe the criticism completely misses the point of hypercars and ignores the incredible engineering required to create vehicles capable of such extreme performance. The truth probably exists somewhere between those two extremes. Shared parts do not automatically make a Bugatti less impressive, but they do challenge the fantasy many people imagine about these cars. Luxury often depends on storytelling as much as engineering, and once that story changes, public perception changes with it. Even so, Bugatti remains one of the most advanced automotive brands in the world. Its cars still deliver performance that most manufacturers cannot match. Wealthy collectors will likely continue buying them because exclusivity, history, and prestige still carry enormous value in the luxury market. However, Mat Armstrong's videos permanently change how many people view these hypercars. Instead of seeing them as magical machines built entirely from unique components, viewers now see them as products connected to a much larger automotive system. That realization may not reduce the actual engineering achievement, but it does reduce some of the mystery surrounding the brand. In today's internet